Hello and welcome to Shine Your Light TV, the place to be to find out more about self-expression and shining your unique light out into the world. Firstly, let me just apologize for my nasal tone. I'm just getting over a pretty bad flu, but I knew you guys were waiting for the next episode. That's how much I love you. That's how much I love you that I got out of my sick bed and got dressed and decided to do the show for you fine people. What an angel. Okay, so firstly, let me just say how grateful I am and thank you so much to everybody who has been watching the show. It's been quite a success, and I'm very proud and I'm very happy and I'm very grateful. And thank you to everyone who has given feedback, especially on Facebook and stuff like that. If you want to do me a favor, you could put some more feedback down below this video on YouTube as well, and also subscribe to the channel so you can get all of your Shine Your Light TV episodes whenever you need them. Okay, so also we had great feedback about our mystery guest in episode 2, Miss Dolly Pardon? I don't know, it's funny, I don't know. Yeah, she was, she loved it. She loved it, and she said that she will be back next episode. Okay, so I'm just making this a little bit shorter, this episode, and I thought it was probably pretty important for this episode to define self-expression, because it seems to be an area of some controversy.
I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy.
So I thought I would let you know what my definition is of self-expression, and I'll put up a couple of quotes from other people who are self-expression specialists as well. Maybe Dolly might have a quote in there as well, just so that you've got a better idea of what self-expression actually is. So in my book, you have expression, which is basically the coming out of. So self-expression is not simply just, you know, dancing or singing or talking or writing or interior design or computer programming. It's the way in which you do these things in your own unique style. So self-expression to me is like your unique style, your unique way of doing something, bringing out your uniqueness through the medium of the expression, whatever that is. Like I said, it could be anything. It could be cooking, could be anything. Anything that is an expression which comes out of you. We had an interesting question about this too that I just wanted to clarify from John in the Southern Highlands, and he asked what is the difference between self-expression and selfishness or hedonism. And firstly, John, I just want to say thank you for your question. And by reading your question, it's very clear to me that you're a very loving and giving person, to be worried about the fact, even straight off the bat, that expressing yourself may be in some way selfish or hedonistic. The thing is, though, that self-expression and selfishness or hedonism are two different energies. So self-expression is an energy that comes out of you. So you could almost say it's more of a giving energy, whereas selfishness is more of a taking in energy. And when it comes to self-expression and knowing yourself, because I really believe that the key to life is to know thyself. When you know yourself better and you're expressing your true self out into the world, you're giving. And I think that's a really important distinction to make. And again, thank you, John, for that question, because it really shows me that you're a caring person who doesn't want to be selfish. But I can tell you now, it's not selfish to express your unique gift out into the world. So thank you again for that question, and I hope that makes it a little bit clearer. In fact, some of the most selfish and hedonistic people I've ever known in my life, they pretty much don't really know themselves, and that's why they're going for outside things to try and feed that want or that need that is within them. And of course, you know, it never gets satiated. The only way to really satiate yourself is to be yourself, and I really believe that. So I just wanted to also maybe sorry, this cold, man, I hate it. I just really wanted to make it clear as well, with perhaps an example to make it a little bit clearer to you about self-expression being the way in which you uniquely bring out an expression into the world. So for that example, I'm going to show you some footage of two of the most amazing, legendary dancers of our time. Well, not really of my time, it was before my time, but Mr. Gene Kelly and Mr. Fred Astaire. Now, they were both dancers, but their self-expression, the way that they danced, had a completely different feel and different, I suppose, idiosyncrasies about the way that they danced. Although they were both legends and both great. But what made them unique was their self-expression. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of footage of the two masters at work, and perhaps just tell you about the difference that I see in their expression. So the thing is, even if Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire were doing the same choreography, they would do it in their own way, with their own flow, with their own uniqueness. So with Gene Kelly, you can notice that he is more athletic in his presence, in his dancing. And if you watch him, you'll notice his knees are almost always bent because he's got a really low center of gravity as he's dancing. Kind of like a manly kind of dancing. Whereas when you watch Fred Astaire, his center of gravity is high, he's up almost on his toes, and he's a lot more graceful and a lot more elegant. And probably a lot more technical. Actually, maybe not. I think they're both, in my book, as technical as each other. But the expression of that dance has a completely different feel. As I said, Gene Kelly more athletic, Fred Astaire more graceful. But you'd be hard pressed to say who was the better dancer, because self-expression is not about being the best, it's about being you. I'll say that again, self-expression is not about being the best, it's about being you and offering that gift to the world. So I hope that makes it a little bit clearer about self-expression and what the definition is. Well, especially what the definition is to me. And before we roll out, I'm going to chuck some quotes up there so that you can see some other people, and it's not just me saying it, about self-expression. Thank you again for tuning in. It means so much to me because this is my self-expression, and you do me a real honour by watching this show and participating and asking questions. So I just want to let you guys know that Dolly Parton will be back next episode with a great question. Let me say, the question this time is something that affects all of us and really affected me quite a few years ago. So and every now and then it still affects me, but I went through a period where it was really, really hard for me. So make sure you tune in to see Dolly answer this amazing question. It's going to be awesome. And like I said, thank you again to everyone who sent in questions. We'll get to them as we go along. And I also just want to give you a little heads up that over the coming months, we'll be having 2 more special guests come in. So I'm really excited about that. And that's about it. But just remember, you are unique. What you have to offer to the world is one of a kind, like a fingerprint. And no one else in the world has the same fingerprint as you. I want to see you shining your light out into the world. And remember, be a voice, not an echo.